As you all know from my previous video, and not only, Sony simply released a new firmware for their 2019 multi-award Sony A7S III camera, which is a pinnacle of video camera for amateurs and not only. The highlights of this update was the fact that now we can use LUTs. And LUTs are a very nice way to monitor, is obviously a log signal. You can also use them to introduce a look if you shoot in Rec 709, but LUTs are usually for a log signal or something that has a much greater dynamic range than the display that you are monitoring. Anyway, other updates were about focus bracketing and protecting your files from the assault of artificial intelligence, LOL. But nevertheless, I tried to get the best out of this camera and output it raw. Sure, to output raw, you need an additional display, like an additional device like this Atomos Ninja 5, which is also from 2018-2019. There are other flavors as well that can do that. So you don't necessarily buy a Sony A7S III to connect it to an Atomos Ninja. You should buy it for what it offers as native capabilities. But if you want to unlock its true potential, then you have to know that this camera was able to, and it is able, continuously to output raw. In the previous videos, I was very disappointed. I had a lot of difficulties actually getting the raw output from the A7S III. And the common scenario will be if you, for example, shoot in a picture profile off or a picture profile something like S-Cineton, whatever you decide. I'm in picture profile 1 here, as you can see. You have to go back into the image menu, and now you have an accessory menu called log shooting settings, and you have to turn this on. The only option is flexible ISO and color gamut, which could be 3 Cine or 3. I choose 3 Cine, doesn't matter. Now once that is done, what happens is you go back into the briefcase menu, and now through a technological miracle, the raw output that was previously, as I showed you in my previous video, was grayed out. Now you can turn it off and on as it should be. Obviously the camera will tell you that you should have to connect a display that can take the signal, and I have the Atomos Ninja 5, so all is nice and good. Even if your Ninja 5 is set to a different codec flavor, it will automatically switch to ProRes RAW the moment it detects the raw signal coming from the Sony camera. So this is good. Now, how did I found a workaround? It was quite bizarre. You can go here into the source menu, into input, and you try to play with HDMI input. You can try to use compatibility mode or HDMI standard and see if that works. Nothing worked. I tried multiple ways of approaching this problem. Nothing worked until I physically disconnected the cable, the HDMI cable, which by the way is just a basic Amazon HDMI cable that I was using with previous raw versions of this camera, and I never had an issue. I simply physically disconnected from the camera. Initially I tried to disconnect it from the Atomos Ninja and nothing happened, but once I disconnected from the camera itself and reconnected, the raw output menu was no more grayed out, and it gave me the opportunity to select on or off. I don't know, I hope this trick helped somebody. Maybe it is a problem with my HDMI port. Maybe it is a problem with the cable. I don't think so, because obviously I didn't change the HDMI port or the cable, and as you can see now everything is fine. I simply think that something must have reset itself with this new firmware update, and for some reason the Atomos Ninja and the Sony A7S III, they had to get to know each other again. So this hardware reboot did the trick for me. Now I'm a happy peppy, and I can obviously record raw signal through Atomos Ninja. You won't be able to record it in camera. And what is also interesting is if you go into raw output settings, it goes obviously up to 50p. So you can record 4K 50p with Atomos Ninja and the new firmware update. I think that was available in the previous version, but it's nice to know that those things are still available. And wow, I still can record 20 minutes. Obviously, the only issue remains the fact that you would still need Final Cut Pro or Adobe Premiere to actually deal with those files, but most likely by now you must have a workflow if you shoot ProRes RAW, so all is good. Yeah, so remember guys to give this hardware reset before try to attempt if you have problems. Maybe your cables are different, maybe you have a different firmware. By the way, I have the latest Ninja firmware on my Atomos Ninja 5. Maybe in your case worked by default, but in my case I had to do this hardware reset, and now all is good. See you next time.